It's 22 to 4 Jazz Radio, 94.1 FM here on the Gold Coast. And on the line, one of our great singers, Emma PASK. Emma, thanks very much for joining us this afternoon.
Hi, John. How you going?
Great, great. Now, you've released a fantastic new CD. Listened to it and played it quite a bit lately. It's called Some Other Spring. Tell us about how that came about.
Well, it's an album that I've been meaning to do for years, actually. I think between this one and my last recording, which was This Madness Called Love, it's been about 5 to 7 years, roughly. I can't quite remember. But long enough, well overdue to do another one. So I've just really put a collaboration of songs together that I've been performing live over those past few years, and songs that I really wanted to record, and arrangements that, as a band, myself and the band had all sort of evolved into. And, yeah, I just wanted to put them down and release a disc and get it out there.
Well, you've got some great musicians with you, including, I guess, your mentor, James Morrison.
Indeed. Very lucky, very fortunate. He's lovely like that. He's not only a mentor and a bit of a soulmate, but he's he's a great friend, and often does things like that. We sort of, he has a recording project, and he might call up and say, Em, could you put some vocals on this for me? And I'd say, yeah, sure. And then of course, when I came to record the album, because we work pretty much, every day together, and those arrangements and songs that we play are very much involve him. I wanted to have that experience on the album too, so he kindly came and played some piano and put some trombone down on a couple of tracks for me too. It's just fabulous. And
James Morrison discovered you back when you were at school, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, when I was 15 or 16 down in a school in the south of Sydney, and came along with his band and did a workshop with me and the school kids there, and then that night, unbeknownst to me, picked me up out of the audience and asked me to come and sing on stage with him, and it was all very nerve-wracking and a bit of a test and a challenge, so he said, and then the next week I was on the road with the band, so it was a very, very huge night indeed for me. It was back then.
Well, the amazing thing about James Morrison, he's just such a talented man. He can play just about any instrument, but I've heard that he can actually sing as well. Really?
Okay. Yeah, he can. He does have a bit of a tune. We did do some fabulous gigs just recently up at Noosa at Barado's restaurant there for the Jazz Festival, and had myself and the wonderful Dan Barnett, a male vocalist from Sydney, and Dan and I thought that we should put James to the challenge, and we did get him to sing on a tune with us there. So yeah, he definitely can hold a tune.
Well, there you go. He'll have to start doing a bit more of that.
Yeah.
Now you've picked the music of some of the great composers, just looking at some of them, Harry Warren and Al Dubin, Ray Charles, Hoagy Carmichael. Yep. Some wonderful songs, aren't there?
Definitely, yeah, they're definitely some of my favourites on there for sure. I've just been dying to record them because they are such beautifully written songs.
And how do you actually choose them? I guess you pay royalties, do you? Is that the way it works?
Indeed, yeah. You write down, you submit a form to APRA and APRA at the moment I think it's called, and you write down the tunes, names of the songs and the composers, and they calculate how all the royalties work and charge you a fee for releasing the songs, and then they look after the rest. So, well worth every cent, I think. They're great tunes.
Yeah, they are. They certainly are. Some great production too. I notice you've got Blaine Whittaker on sax as well. He's a great sax player. Yeah,
I got him just before he moved back to Hong Kong, which was great. He's been in my band and also James's band for years. The past sort of 15 years I've been working with Blaine, and he's relocated to Hong Kong, so we miss him dearly, but it was great to have him on the recording.
Now, what about the future for you, Emma? What are the plans for the future?
I don't have too many plans, I must admit. I'm very much a kind of a girl who enjoys taking it as it comes, and obviously working towards bettering your craft, and as a singer really working, vocally on your voice and musically. But yeah, I really sort of don't like to plan too far ahead, because you never know what's going to happen. I just want to keep playing and keep improving and keep travelling and getting as many gigs as you can, I suppose.
Yeah, and the Australian jazz scene seems to be better than ever now, with some wonderful venues and great concerts happening around Australia.
I think so too, yeah. We're very fortunate enough too, with the weather that we have, to have some fantastic outdoor jazz festivals all around the country all year long, which is great. So, and there's some amazing musicians that keep turning out from institutions, and even not from institutions. There's great young musicians coming up, so I think it's very secure, the Australian jazz scene. Yeah, it's great, thriving.
Yeah, well, Emma, congratulations on a great CD. It's called Some Other Spring, and I'm looking at some of the photographs of you, and this. Where were they taken, actually?
Oh, wonderful dear friend of mine, Kurt Snedden, who is an incredible photographer here in Sydney. He has a studio called Blueprint Studios, and we took them actually in a friend of ours' place in their backyard. The cover shot was taken in her backyard with an amazing backdrop, and then some of the other outdoor locations. We went to Centennial Park here in Sydney on a rainy, gloomy day, and managed to get some great light. And yeah, he's a really incredible photographer, Kurt. So I was really lucky and fortunate to have him work on it with me.
Yeah, they are great. Well, I'm going to play a track now from that CD. And Emma, thanks very much for joining us. And
my pleasure.
We'll talk to you again soon. You should come into the studio next time you're up here.
I know, indeed. We do get up there quite a bit. I should definitely do that. I was also going to mention, too, just in case I know that your listeners are Queensland-based, but if anyone happens to be in Sydney in November next month, we're going to launch the album, do a proper launch at the Basement here on the 23rd of November, and it will have some fantastic musicians, James Muller, Dale Barlow, Kevin Hunt, Phil Stack. It's going to be really, and Andrew Dixon on drums. It's going to be really sensational. So if anyone's in Sydney on November 23rd, please come down to the Basement. We'd love to see you there. It would be great. And if anyone wants to purchase the album too, they can just get that off my website at the moment, just emmapask.com, and I can shoot CDs out via PayPal to people.
That's nice and easy. Well, Emma, thanks a lot for joining us, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks, John. Take care. Cheers.
That's Emma Pask, one of our great singers, and it's 4:45 Jazz Radio 94.1 FM, and I'm going to play a track from her new CD. We're talking about Harry Warren and Al Judman, two great composers. This one is I Only Have Eyes for You.